Now, this one is probably going to be a little more clear-cut. Johnny looks like he lost the graphic, or I didn't make one.
Yeah, I would say you didn't.
I didn't make it.
So, number one, I mean, I think it's pretty easy for all of us to say
So, one
Kelsey,
overall,
right?
it's going to still continue to be Kelsey. He is getting older. He's 35 or 36.
My number two you guys aren't going to like. It's going to be Ertz.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that means you love Kyler. What is this role you keep breaking out of today? Holy cow.
When Kyler is healthy and Ertz is healthy, Kyler loves targeting tight ends.
But Kyler drops out after October because he doesn't play and
But
focuses
Ertz
on
still
Call of Duty.
produces. He just got hurt this year.
Marquise Brown. Oh, that's a good guy that could slip into my top 10 at wide receiver.
Marquise
Brown.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that. That's a yeah.
Yeah.
So who's your number
He's
two?
out of my top 10.
Who's your number one?
So
Johnny?
number two.
It's easy consensus. Travis Kelce.
Number two is Kittle. I gotta go with Kittle.
Okay. What about you, Johnny? Who's your number two?
Ooh.
They're gonna utilize Kittle more in that passing game. They're gonna try to focus on Kittle and CMC.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna.
I'll say Kittle.
Okay.
Number three, and this is
Hold on. What's your number two?
Mine's two. Mine's two.
Zach Ertz.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That didn't hit your head as soon as he said it. Jesus.
It hit me that hard. It hit me that hard that I forgot.
40-year-old tight end at like two. What the hell is wrong with you?
My number three is TJ.
Hawkinson?
Yeah.
I got Andrews.
I was just gonna say
Andrews.
mine's Andrews.
Andrews is 3.
Andrews my 4.
Okay, my 4 is David Njoku.
Dallas Goedert.
You're just on your knees for the Browns.
Dallas Goedert's my 4.
My number 5 is Kittle.
Here's the thing, right?
I know it comes back to the Watson thing.
If Watson puts up 4,000 yards, who the fuck's it going to?
Well, it's going to go to
Amari Cooper,
it's gonna go to Elijah,
David Njoku,
Elijah,
Nick Chubb, Elijah Moore, and DPJ. 5 guys. David Njoku's getting 800 yards. And he's only projected, I think he got 800 yards this year, or 500 yards this year.
I think he gets more touchdown. I think he gets I'm going to tell you right now.
Great.
I think he gets 9
Give
touchdowns.
him the red zones.
I think he's going to get 9 touchdowns.
That right there is why I would put him in my top 5.
Which I get.
No.
All
So hold on.
I have Hawkinson at 5.
Okay.
So I'm right there with you.
And then my 5th.
But there's 2 guys that I have higher.
My 5th would probably be Schultz. So
You're disgusting.
Dalton Schultz produced, though.
So
Who's
say
throwing him the ball? Bryce Young?
No, it's going to be Hendon Hooker next year when they draft him in the second
we're
round.
projecting 2023, not 2024.
Davis Mills, I don't know.
So
State Farm
recoup
insurance
your
agent.
top 5, KJ.
My top 5 at tight end for fantasy production would be Travis Kelce. Number 2 would be George Kittle. Number 3 would be Mark Andrews. Number 4 would be David Njoku. Number 5 would be TJ Hawkinson.
And then say yours.
Kelce 1, Ertz 2, Hawkinson 3, Andrews 4, and Kittle 5.
All right. So
Now, hold on. Needless to say, I suck at projecting tight ends.
well, so tight end.
So do I.
It's
So it
difficult
doesn't
because
matter.
there's normally 2 that produce, and then that's it.
You know who
That's
we
it.
all
Like
did?
they leave the pack.
Well,
So-
there's a tier 1, and the tier 1 is Kelce, Andrews, Kittle. And then your tier 2
Right.
is everybody else.
Right.
So
So then
your
my,
top 5.
so my top 5 was Kelce, Kittle, Andrews, Goddard, and then Schultz.
All right,
I have Goddard as 7.
Who's
So-
out of your top 10?
You guys
that
are
moved
missing
in?
somebody.
Well,
though.
so I wouldn't say top 10 because
Say Darren Waller, I'm punching you.
Well,
Kyle Pitts, I'm going to punch you in the dick. Darren Waller, I'm going to punch you in the dick.
I like Kyle Pitts.
I wouldn't
If I
say
were to go
He hasn't
dynasty,
produced.
if I were to
He
go
hasn't done
dynasty, I'd
anything.
still take Kyle Pitts.
He
I
hasn't
wouldn't
done
say
anything.
top 10 just because again how they fall off. Who is out of your top 5 that could
be
get
top
it?
tier. I would say Pitts. I'd go.
Darren Waller.
No, no. I'll take Pat Freiermuth before.
Darren Waller's ceiling is here. His current floor is here.
Darren Waller is.
Darren Waller is so far out of my top
He
10.
sucks ass. I'm sorry.
So there's 2 I
I
would
hate
say.
Darren Waller more than Lamar Jackson.
So there was 2 that I would say. One I would say Freiermuth as well.
Yeah, Freiermuth.
I
and
actually
Pitts.
put Freiermuth at 7. I had to take him out. I forgot.
Freiermuth and Pitts.
And then I could see K. Dotton.
Kate Otten.
Dude, you guys are killing me.
Who's
from Tampa,
Who's gonna be throwing the ball
Mike-
downfield? Baker? No.
Mike Gesicki.
Baker
Do
Mayfield.
not forget about this
Mike
guy.
is in New England.
Right. That's why he's
Where
at my
tight ends-
6.
Where
And-
tight ends go to die.
Right. So hold on. Who it was?
Other than Gronk, who's produced there?
Dude, both tight ends produced last year.
Aaron Hernandez was producing.
Yeah,
Every tight end is produced in that state.
They wasted Johnny
City.
Smith.
I was just gonna say
They had also Hunter Henry.
Yes.
They had 2 tight ends. Hunter Henry produced.
Hunter Henry didn't do shit.
Well, no, they pretty much had same stats last year.
Yeah,
Henry
they
and
both
John.
produced for 1,000 yards total. Hunter Henry's still there. Gesicki, the reason why they got Gesicki is he will now be a featured receiving
It was
back.
1,000 yards combined.
tight end.
It was 1,000.
That's what I said. Both of them got 1,000 yards together. Yeah.
Well, you didn't say together.
Whatever.
You just said
That's
both had
what I
1,000
meant.
yards.
One had 5, one had like 4 something.
Hunter Henry had 104 fantasy points. That's terrible.
Right. Gesicki will be there. Trust me. Gesicki
Yes,
will.
Gesicki will.
Gesicki's
Yes.
out of my top 5, but he is
Oh,
going
okay.
to
Out of your
produce.
top
He's
five.
number
Okay,
6.
that's
He's number
fine.
6
My
for
bad.
me.
I thought you said he's in your top 5.
So hold on. What about your boy Irv? You don't think that he could be top 5
he forgot
potential?
about him.
No,
He
I'm
forgot.
scared. If
He's gonna break a nail this
he
year.
might break a nail, and he
He's
might
a
be out for
puss.
6 games for breaking a nail. Okay.
Turf toe.
So, but here's what I will say about Irv. Irv's potential. He's one of those guys like Darren Waller. Ceiling's here. Floor is way down here
So-
because staying on the field for these guys.
So
is
Henry had 509 yards. Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
Jonnu had 245. They didn't top 800 yards combined.
So what are you guys' views on
Johnny
Mark
was
Andrews?
injured most of the year.
What's your? Oh no, excuse. No, I'm just kidding.
He
Mark
was.
Andrews. What do we view?
He was-
Let's say
he was
Lamar
our
leaves,
third.
What happens?
He was
Is
our
still
third.
a top? Is he still a top 3 tight end
Oh, I think he's better.
with Hendon
No.
Hooker? Yeah, he is.
Oh,
no,
with Hooker.
I think Mark Andrews is better because he becomes a check down guy.
So do
Rather
you
than
think
a
that he
third
just?
guy.
I think last few years, because
Well,
if you look
just
at Mark
last year.
Andrews, if you look Mark Andrews like 2 years ago, Mark Andrews was like the number 2 tight end in the NFL,
So-
and that was when Lamar was at his running best. Now, when you look at Lamar as he's tried to become a
2019 was
passer,
2019 was his running best.
was that not 2 years ago? It was 2020, whatever. Anyways,
Well, so you think that Mark Andrews just had
COVID
an off year
fucked us
last year
all up.
because of the Lamar
I literally
issue?
said nothing about Mark Andrews having an off year.
He was talking about the way that he played.
Can you
with
let me
Lamar.
finish my statement?
Sure.
Okay. So Lamar, the more they focused on Lamar passing, the less Mark Andrews got the ball because they stretched the ball downfield.
Yes.
When Lamar focused on running, the check down was Mark Andrews. The guy who was mostly open and came back
Yeah.
to Lamar was Mark Andrews. So Mark Andrews is a safety valve for anybody that throws there. They don't have receivers with separation.
So you think that's what they're going to do with Kittle in San Fran? Is do what they used? You do what they
I
did
think if they
years
were
ago.
smart, they would go back to letting Kittle bounce off the edge and be a safety valve.
can see that.
I mean, granted, Kittle is very good at blocking, but like they need to utilize Kittle
Bless
in
you.
the pass
Thank you.
game, and when they utilize Kittle in the pass game, like in the playoff game, that's when their quarterback started to produce.
He's just another guy. You know, he gets injured here and there, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep these twitch fibers, man. Twitch fibers get injured really easily. So when you do a lot of sprints,
Yeah, soft
and these
tissue
guys are
injuries.
so big, they have an issue of pulling hamstrings and shit like
Soft tissue injuries
So-
are a bitch in the NFL.
that. But